everything from leather to platinum.
딸내미 가출했다고 고자질할까?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harrimont's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object. I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face you're not a smith yourself. Of course, keep in mind we also take items on trade.
이런 거 그냥 팔아버릴까? 좀 심심해서 안 팔았는데. 이런 것도 다 파는 용인가? 고자질 한번 해볼까?
Trasvala, stranger. Here for armor? Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go. That girl. I've been telling her for years to give up those foolish notions. Magic's a human trick. If Dagna wants enchantment, I can apprentice her to a lyrium crafter. I'm sorry she bothered you.
이미 튀었어요.
She's a smith. The ancestors granted her to us to carry out that role. Not pretend to be what no dwarf can. Perhaps I could take your mind off the insult by showing you around the store.
얘기하지 말아야겠지? 얘기하면 잡으러 가다? 어차피 저장했으니까. 100세대를 이어온 가업이 끊겼다고요?
What? Do you even know what you've done? She's castless now. She can never marry, never work, and never be a part of this family again.
Why the fuss? I am sure the Circle Tower is full of parental figures just waiting to tell her what is best.
My daughter is dead to me now. Leave my store. You're not welcome here. You monster! You sent my daughter to the surface! Now she can never return!
진짜 거래 안
Get
해줘.
out! Leave us alone. Your foolishness killed our daughter. There is nothing for you here. Leave us alone. Your foolishness killed our daughter.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although
그 딸내미
I can't
가출한 건
imagine your
알아야지.
ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
5년 전에 실종되면 죽은 거 아니야?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way. You're asking what I would pay for your services? I have little money since
아니
my
5년
husband
동안
died.
지하에서 어떻게
Wait.
생존을 해?
I saved his shield, the masterpiece my husband smithed. I was saving it for Ruck's return. If someone were to find my son or his body, they can have the shield with my blessing. How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company packing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
신조음이 안 받냐고.
Please,
안
find
받는데?
me as soon as you return.
I do not even want to think from what manner of substance a cave-dwelling people would create their spirits.
안 읽어봤는데? 오타쿠들.
A brawl would be a pleasant diversion right about now.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
무협 판타지 좋아한다면서 김용 소설도 안 읽었냐고? 그치만 그 소설은 너무 옛날 일이잖아.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view. It's the bureau of all the Shapers in Orzammar, led by the Shaper of Memories. If you're from the surface, I guess you'd call them scholars. They keep all of our records, laws, genealogies. You got questions about Orzammar's history, and don't mind answers in words as long as your leg, that's the place to go. He'd be in the Diamond Quarter. Pardon, the Nobles District. Upstairs from here, however you call
시대가
it.
바뀌어도 변하지 않는 가치가 있는 거라고요.
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming.
근데
You'll find the assembly
그런
there, the palace, the
장르들은
Shaperate,
이제
and
와서
plenty of
읽기에는 좀
estates.
그런
Down
게
from here is just Dust Town or the mines. So my recommendation
당시에는 되게
is avoid.
독특한
It's not part of
그런
the city, just some old
설정을
tunnels where the
사용한다고
castlists build their
하는데
nest.
지금
No
보면
one
되게
goes there if they can help
흔하잖아.
it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving. It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter. With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have? So what'll it be then?
요즘
So
작품
you
안
come
보면
to
예전 작품이
Tapsters?
새로운데
I guess you're not
바보라고.
asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
걔 어딨냐? 걔 여기 있을 텐데.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew? Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Yourself?
왕자 측근이네요.
Figured as much. Good folks, wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka, something like that. Watch yourself.
아
Also,
잠깐만 말을 하다 말았어. 잘못 눌렀어.
the deep roads.
안 돼!
Deep roads aren't for-
야 덩컨에 대해서 아는 앤데 말이 끊겨버렸어.
Ancestor. Although, I only wish I knew whether I should... But he got separated. How? Oh. He was a beautiful boy, so meticulous. He used to polish his
5년
armor
전에
until it glowed.
죽었으면
He
잘생기게
was with a
무슨
unit
의미가
under
있죠?
one of the Dace boys, so his shield would have their insignia, double axis.
아 방패 준다는 얘기 들었어야 되는데.
The assembly doesn't allow anyone into the deep roads alone. If you want to get through, you need permission from one of the Dashers.
왜
I
자꾸
don't suppose
죽었다고
you know
하냐고?
any, do you?
5년 전에 지하대로 갔다가 실종됐으면 죽었지. 5년 동안 아니 그래 살아있다고 치면 뭐 먹고 살아있을 거냐고. 저 돼지 찾는 건 그냥 하지 말자. 귀찮으니까.
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool? Name's Naveen. Good folks, wardens. I was in the deep roads when I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go
우울증한테 뭐
through in
5년
the deep
정도
roads.
폐가수련 껌이라고?
Not many do.
안에서 먹을 게
Not even the ones who
있었겠지.
live this close. You have to be on the front lines. I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs. Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live. Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones. Lord Harriman's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge. Bronca was a paragon, some kind of great smith or whatnot. But she went batty and let her whole house into the deep roads more than 2 years ago. No chance she could have survived. And a lot of good men are gonna die looking for her corpse. Excuse me. This brew is starting to taste awful bitter.
In dwarven Bavarag, in a vagabond, and in the results are other Vahatin women. Nasun Kalanovru, and Premalanova, Arhanteka Paragan, Veram the Shir or Am the Sea.
저만큼 노래 잘한다고요? 감사합니다. 음이 똑같은데? 이 동네에 아마 설정이 그런 식일 거야. 그 다크스폰이 여기 지하대로에서 주로 서식을 하거든요. 그래서 주기적으로 드워프들랑 쌈박질을 해요. 그래서 지상에서는 못 보던 애들이 갑자기 쳐들어오니까 난리 났다고 이러고 있는데 드워프들은 뭐 허구없는 애들이 쳐들어오니까 다크스폰에 대해서 그렇게 진지하게 생각을 안 하는 걸걸?
I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
여기 술집에 있을 줄 알았는데 아니네.
They're everywhere. I can't take it.
It speaks.
What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
좀 깨어있는 드워프네.
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality. I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrimont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill. As you wish.
당연히 여기 있을 줄 알았는데 없네.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not. Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade. Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change. Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well
아까 했던
seasoned
얘기
against
나오네.
dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
비룡 가죽. 그래, 주인공인데 비룡 가죽 정도는 입어줘야지. 주인공 힘 안 되는 거 아니야? 레벨업 해야지 입어. 비룡 중갑이면 더 좋을 것 같다고요? 조용히 해주실래요?
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
아니 여기도 챈트리가 있네.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. But Orzammar persists in worshipping its paragons and forefathers instead of the Maker.
Let them worship whatever they like. The Khun is the only way to enlightenment. Perhaps each must find his own way to the truth.
Are you saying you will help? Never mind. The Shaper of Memories has refused me so far. I thought perhaps with another advocate. Well, if you have a change of heart, let me know.
이게 에필로그에 나오는
Maker's
내용이야.
blessing, brother. I never expected to see you back. Is there something you seek? Then may your paths be righteous and the truth light your way. Maker's blessing, brother. I never expected to see you back. Is there something you seek? Not yet, but I have an audience with the Shaper this afternoon. The Shaperette must approve any large change to Orzammar's society. Without their blessing, the Maker's word will never be heard here. Of course, the Shaper has heard my plea before. I doubt he'll change his mind now. The Shaperette is in the prime tier of the city, near the royal estate. Does this mean you will help me then? The Shaper of Memories has refused me.
아니
I
뭐
never
나한테
expected to
대신에
see
뭐
you
줄 거
back.
없어?
Is there something you seek? Of course, the Shaper has heard my... Would you? I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
준다는 얘긴 죽어도 안 하네.
Why do the poor not rise up against their betters? This I never understood.
There's a rich one. We'll get plenty for their kids. Cut them out.
I am done with that one. I am your death. Fools!
강도라서요.
Begin the onslaught.
빈민촌이라 치안이 안 좋은 거지. 헐. 여전히 꽂았잖아.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring
힘을
in
더
some
찍으라고요?
coin?
중간 미룰
Could
때까지?
be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground. No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment
만 그래도
opportunity?
판금 독과는 좀
I
그렇지.
could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
듣기만 해도 귀찮은데. 잃을 거야.
I don't think so. Boys!
죽여서 뺏으면 되는 거 아니야? 만족스러워.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
아니 나는 잃는다는 얘기밖에 안 했는데.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money. Why don't you take a look?
별로 쓸모 있는 게 없네.
Very nice indeed.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Very nice.
You're back. You got more. Of course.
Very. It speaks. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go. Refreshing. It speaks. It doesn't have... On then.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple. Well, thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the Diamond Quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill? I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper. Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carta's who runs Dust Town. Jarvie has got her boys everywhere. They tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want. If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want. Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place. I'll just stay out of your way then. Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dust Town? You need old Nadezda to play tour guide? It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town. I'll just stay out of your way then.
Spare a bit? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout.
And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. You would do that? But why?
성의로 보이면 희망이 있을 거라고.
If you would do this for gain and not compassion, then there is no